What's up, everyone? Today we're counting down the top 50 most notorious criminal hackers in the world. These are the bad guys, the ones who stole billions, crashed systems, and are wanted by the FBI and police worldwide. From teenage cybercriminals to international crime syndicates, you definitely need to stick around until number 1, because you absolutely won't believe who takes the top spot. At number 50, we have Kristina Svechinskaya, also known as the world's sexiest hacker, who was part of a Zeus Trojan banking fraud scheme that stole $3 million. She was arrested, convicted, and faced up to 40 years in prison. Number 49, Kane Gamble. At just 15 years old, this British teen hacked CIA Director John Brennan and FBI Deputy Director from his bedroom and was arrested and sentenced. 48, Matthew Bevan and Richard Price, the British duo who nearly started World War III by dumping Korean nuclear research onto American military systems in 1996. 47, Johnson James Ancheta, the first hacker ever sentenced to prison for creating massive botnets that compromised over 400,000 computers for profit. 46, Michael Calci, aka Mafia Boy. At age 15, he launched DDoS attacks that took down Yahoo, eBay, CNN, and Amazon, causing massive financial damage. 45, Alexei Balan, the Russian hacker with a $100,000 FBI bounty who breached 3 major US e-commerce sites and the massive Yahoo hack of 500 million accounts. 44, Resume Looters Group compromised 65 recruitment websites in 2023 using SQL injection attacks, stealing over 2 million email addresses. 43, Darkstorm Team pro-Palestinian cybercriminals who launched the massive attack that took down Twitter in March 2025. 42, Predatory Sparrow state-linked cyber warfare group who stole $90 million from Iranian banks and cryptocurrency exchanges in 2025. 41, Shiny Hunters, notorious data brokers and extortionists who breached luxury brand Kering and sold stolen data on the dark web. The 40, Anonymous Sudan, launched thousands of devastating DDoS attacks on hospitals, media outlets, and government agencies since 2023. 39, Intel broker Kai Logan West, arrested in 2025 for operating the criminal marketplace breach forums and leaking data from over 80 organizations. 38, Risita ransomware group crippled the British Library in 2023, exposing 600 gigabytes of sensitive data and costing them up to $7 million. 37, Black Cat ransomware, state-of-the-art ransomware operators who devastated MGM resorts in 2023, causing millions in losses. 36, Nicolae Popescu, Romanian cybercriminal with a $1 million FBI reward who ran a fake auction scam, stealing $3 million from nearly 800 victims. 35, Peteris Sahurov's a Latvian cybercriminal who made over $2 million selling fake antivirus software through malicious advertisements targeting innocent users. 34, Revel ransomware group orchestrated the massive Kaseya ransomware attack in 2021, extorting over 1,500 companies on Independence Day weekend. 33, DarkSide ransomware forced Colonial Pipeline to shut down in 2021, causing fuel shortages across the US East Coast and collecting a $4.4 million ransom. 32, UNC5537, the financially motivated threat actor behind the massive 2024 Snowflake breach that hit Ticketmaster and Santander Bank. 31, Jonathan James Sejoanemraid, at 15 became the youngest convicted hacker after breaching NASA and the Department of Defense, later tragically died by suicide. 30, Astra, the mysterious Greek mathematician who spent 5 years stealing weapons technology worth $360 million, his real identity remains unknown. 29, Gary McKinnon conducted the biggest military computer hack of all time, searching for UFO evidence and causing major damage to US defense systems. 28, Adrian Lamo, the homeless hacker, hacked the New York Times, Yahoo, and Microsoft, and later controversially reported Chelsea Manning to federal authorities. 27, John Draper, aka Captain Crunch, the phone freaking legend who illegally manipulated telephone systems using a toy whistle to make free calls worldwide. 26, Robert Morris created the Morris worm in 1988 that crashed 6,000 systems, earning him the first conviction under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. 25. Kevin Poulsen, Dark Dante, hacked Pentagon computers and rigged LA radio contests to win a Porsche, served time before becoming a journalist. Thug, 24. Albert Gonzalez Mastermind, who stole over 180 million payment card accounts from TJX and other major retailers in history's first serial credit card breach. 23. Scattered spider criminal group specializing in social engineering and SIM swapping, who stole nearly 1 billion Salesforce client records in 2025. 22. Anonymous Hacktivist Collective, the decentralized cybercriminal group that launched attacks on Scientology, governments, and corporations worldwide since 2003. 21. Lizard Squad, the cybercriminal gang that ruined Christmas 2014 by taking down PlayStation Network and Xbox Live for millions of gamers. 20. Park Jin-hyuk, North Korean state hacker wanted by the FBI for the Sony Pictures hack, WannaCry ransomware, and the $81 million Bangladesh bank heist. 19. Mirai botnet creators built a network of 600,000 infected IoT devices that launched the massive DIN attack in 2016, crippling the internet. 18. Shadow Brokers, the mysterious group that stole and leaked the NSA's most dangerous hacking tools, enabling WannaCry and NotPetya ransomware. 17. Marcus Hutchins malware tech. Despite stopping WannaCry, he was arrested for creating the Kronos banking malware years earlier and served prison time. 16. APT-29, the Russian intelligence hackers who infiltrated the Democratic National Committee and numerous government agencies in sophisticated espionage campaigns. The 15. Bureau 121, North Korea's elite cyber warfare unit responsible for the Sony Pictures hack and countless attacks on financial institutions. 14. Fin7, the cybercrime syndicate that stole over $1 billion from banks and retailers through sophisticated malware attacks. 13. Syrian Electronic Army pro-Assad hacktivists who defaced major news websites and social media accounts during the Syrian civil war. 12. Lulzsec, the notorious splinter group from Anonymous that hacked Sony, PBS, and government agencies for the lulz in 2011. 11. Equation Group, the NSA-linked elite hacking unit whose arsenal of cyber weapons was stolen and weaponized by criminals worldwide. 10. APT-41, the Chinese state hackers. This Chinese state-sponsored group conducted massive espionage and financial crime operations targeting governments and companies globally for over a decade. 9. NotPetya attackers, Russian military hackers who disguised ransomware as an update, causing $10 billion in global damages, one of the most destructive cyber attack in history. 8. Conti ransomware gang, the ruthless Russian cybercrime organization that extorted hundreds of millions from hospitals, schools, and businesses worldwide. 7. Hive ransomware international cybercrime group that extorted over $100 million from hospitals and critical infrastructure before being dismantled by the FBI. 6. Evil Corp, Russian cybercrime organization led by Maxim Yakubets with a $5 million FBI bounty, responsible for stealing over $100 million. 5. Lazarus Group, Trader, North Korea's most dangerous hackers who stole $1.5 billion in Ethereum from Bybit in February 2025, the biggest crypto heist ever. 4. Evgeny Mikhailovich Bogachev, the Russian cybercriminal mastermind behind Game Over Zeus and CryptoLocker with a record-breaking $3 million FBI bounty on his head. He masterminded the Game Over Zeus botnet that infected over 1 million computers and stole over $100 million from banks worldwide, and he's never been caught despite being indicted in 2014. 3. Vladimir Levine, the Russian hacker who executed the first major online bank heist in 1994, stealing $10 million from Citibank and pioneering cybercrime. 2. Kevin Mitnick, the FBI's most wanted hacker who spent years on the run, breached 40 major organizations and became so legendary that authorities thought he could launch nuclear missiles by whistling into a phone. He served 5 years in prison. And finally, at number 1, we have the notorious Guan Tianfeng, 30 years old Chinese state-backed hacker with a massive $10 million FBI bounty, one of the highest FBI bounty ever offered for a hacker. He exploited a 0-day vulnerability to infiltrate 81,000 firewalls worldwide, targeting US critical infrastructure and government networks, including oil rigs that could have caused deadly explosions. He is rumored to be residing in China and living freely while America desperately hunts him. And there you have it, the top 50 most notorious criminal hackers who ever lived. These aren't heroes, they're wanted cybercriminals who caused billions in damages and ruined countless lives. So which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments.